Hi lovelies, I'm Arielle and this is Maven Unmasked, and welcome to your October Reflections and November Intentions video for 2016. October absolutely flew by. It was absolutely spectacular. I had a fabulous October. I hope all of you all did too. Please excuse me, I'm a bit under the weather, but I need to get this video out, so I'm taking the opportunity to do it. I had my birthday in the month of October. Let's just play a little bit of catch up so you guys can know what's been going on with me. And in the very beginning of October, I don't know if some of you know, but I went away to San Antonio, Texas, and now I can finally say what I was doing there. So for the last few months and months, I have been studying and training to get my psychic mediumship certification, and I can officially say that as of this past Wednesday, was that November 2nd, I am a certified psychic medium through the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development. So yay! So excited. I couldn't really talk about it. And I wasn't even really sure if I was going to get it. Lots of ups and downs. So I know my presence, on my Facebook page and things have not been as consistent because this class is taking up so much of my time. I had such a fabulous experience in San Antonio. I met so many. I came alone and left with 23 beautiful new friends. So if to any of you lovely ones who are watching this, I love you guys so much and I miss you. But just a fabulous journey. Very intense. The 4 days in Texas was very intense. I definitely have learned a lot. So I will be happy to say that sometime in the next week or so, look out for mediumship readings on my Etsy shop. I will be officially doing those. I wanted to hold myself to a certain standard before I started offering those for sale. So yay! October has been fabulous. My birthday was so much fun. Thank you to all of you for the beautiful, beautiful birthday wishes. The season of Scorpio is upon us. Samhain was beautiful. The new moon in Scorpio was so beautiful and so powerful. So I've already drawn cards for our October reflections and as well for our November intentions. This month I will be using the Shadowscapes Tarot, which I've had for a long time, but I don't think I've used it much on the channel. It's much more of a personal deck to me. It's my very first intuitive deck, so I thought now would be the perfect time to bring it out. Oh, and I've also written an ebook, you guys, if you didn't know, Manifesting 101, a guide to manifesting, a guide to working your manifesting magic. So that's available over on my Etsy shop as well. Very cool. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I've drawn 4 cards for our October reflections and 4 cards for our November intentions as well, just to save us a little bit of time. So first, for our October reflections, we have Temperance. And I love this deck so much. It's so gorgeous, so beautiful. The images are stunning. Thank you, Stephanie Puimunla. But October was definitely about healing. It was about unifying. It was about learning to balance and mix water and oil. It was about learning what was most important to us in the structure of our lives, from our work to our family, to our children, to our dreams, goals, and aspirations, and how can we blend that and balance it so that we don't spoil the whole bunch. I feel like that was very, very much the theme of the month of October, as well as some deeper healing issues, I believe, especially in regards to healing our sense of self-worth and our sense of self-esteem. But again, it definitely feels like bringing the masculine and the feminine kind of into balance, bringing our whole life, our whole structure into balance. And for those of us who, may have struggled this month, it may have been, shining the reflectors on, hey, some of these things in your life are out of balance and how can I bring more balance to them? I definitely feel with the new moon in Scorpio that we had, as well, was it the full moon in Aries, I believe we had this month. Both are Mars, old Scorpio is Mars and Pluto ruled signs, so all about drive and action and all of those things, but sometimes we need to come back in and do the healing work before we can move on and drive forward and push on to the next thing. So I think the month of October was definitely a time of reflection as to how we can unify themes in our life, how we can bring more balance, more synergy to our lives and ourselves. The next card we have is the Magician. So a lot of us were creating this October. I know I was. Scorpio, as a Scorpio, I think too, even more so. October has such a transformative, creative energy. I mean, you go outside and there's inspiration all around you, from the squirrels, looking for nuts and acorns, to the leaves falling, from trees, all the different colors dancing in the breeze. Um, so much beauty around in the month of October. It actually is my favorite month of the year. But the Magician this October invited us to create with our heart. To create with our heart, to not worry so much about the opinions of others, to just go full forward, full frontal in creating from our heart and our passion and our joy, where our joy lives. We did put our whole heart into something this October for many of us. And some of us are still nurturing that. Again, October is about healing and about the heart and taking care of ourselves. But knowing that we have the willpower to create any kind of reality around us, whatever we want for our lives, we have the power to do, to change, and to heal. The next card we have for the fabulous month of October is the Two of Cups. So for some of us, this definitely talks about our relationships with our significant others. We may have found a renewed sense of companionship, a renewed sense of compassion, a renewed sense of flow and harmony and togetherness. Again, that synergy. Working on balance in our relationships. Are we too needy? Are they too needy? What's going on in my life that when I become really needy in the relationship, and what may be going on in their life when they become really needy in the relationship? About finding your independence, about finding your centeredness together as a couple, about learning the importance of space. It also very much talks to me of growing together and building together in harmony. Some of us may have started new relationships this month of October, or new friendships that may progress into relationships, new forms of companionship, new partnerships and alliances. Maybe you've changed jobs, and your coworker, there's a new coworker in your office, and you've really reached out to them and you have a lot in common. They become a really, really close friend to you in that short amount of time. So definitely extending ourselves to others was the theme for the month of October. Finding joy and commonality with others, common ground, sharing, talking, expressing our emotions, and really getting to know somebody else on a different kind of level. That Scorpio transformative level is very much what I feel like as well. And learning how to balance, again, the relationship, this Two of Cups, as well as what we're giving to ourselves, making sure it's an even exchange of energy in both the giving and the receiving. And then the last card we have for the month of October, we have the Star. So we have 3 out of 4 cards for the month of October are major arcana. So how crazy ridiculous is that? So big spiritual themes were going on for us this past month of October. And October brought hope. October brought healing. October brought faith. October brought a renewed sense of self, a renewed sense of inspiration for a lot of us. Remember how I was talking about just even going out in nature. It's so different from the summer scenery, right? And how the weather changes. One day it's cold, the next day it's hot. To realize that we are in the flow of the universe and becoming one with the universe, and how we can co-create with the universe, I very, very much feel like was important for the month of October 2016. Is there anything else? Not much. Just some of us had some really golden opportunities, some grand opportunities, some things come our way. Maybe they haven't come to fruition yet, but they're just in talks. Maybe the idea's been bounced around a bit. It looks like some of us have gotten some recognition that we wanted, and not even externally, but that recognition within ourselves, which is so much more important. But October looks like it was fabulous, you guys. Sorry, I'm still under the weather. But it was fabulous for me. I hope it was fabulous for you too. And I think in the end, if some of us did struggle with finding this balance and putting our own creative force and will and drive into action, and struggling with our relationships and companionships, the end goal, the end of it is hope, to stay hopeful as we come into November. To realize that you shine brightly, I should say as well. So as we move into our November intentions, you guys, so the first card we have, so our November intentions. What can we look forward to? What's the energy surrounding us all month? What may be going on? Some things to watch out for. Just the general vibe, general theme, general energy for all signs for the month of November 2016. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we're going to be doing some hard work, you guys. Working hard, building webs. And it's so funny. I pulled this card because for the last, God, 2.5 weeks maybe, there's been a huge, a gorgeous, and I tried to capture it on my camera, and it just, the way it was situated, I just could not catch it on film with my cell phone. But this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spider web out front of my house, beautifully constructed, just intricate, gorgeous, and it withstood crazy winds, crazy storms. Lady Spider, you positioned yourself perfectly, my dear. And then I came out today, and it was gone. It started to disintegrate away, but it lasted for a really long time. So think about how much work that takes in this Eight of Pentacles, and weaving your life and creating your own web. And what gems are you creating? What are you trying to manifest? How to make it sturdy, how to make it safe, how to make it secure, how to make it a home. I also feel like it's very important for us this month of November to realize different vibrations around us that may be coming our way, different energies that may be coming our way. Are they healthy for us? Are they not? How to interpret them? Is it something that we should wrap up and save for later? Or is it something we really need to dig into now? Very much feels like the month of November. But definitely working hard, planning, constructing, revising previous plans, but really just strength. It just really feels like we're going to be working on strengthening foundations that we already have for the month of November, especially with Pentacles. So I'll say especially in regards to our work, to our finances, our career. For all of you solopreneurs out there, you entrepreneurs out there, I think this is a very important card as well. So we will be working our butts off this November. Yay! The next card we have, though, and I think this is a warning about working so hard, working, is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is all about anxiety. It's about stress. It's about worry. It's about fear. It's about constantly looking over your shoulder, paranoia kind of thing. Looking out, is this a bad omen? What does that mean? And always thinking, going directly to the negative of situations instead of trying to look at the positive side first. Because if you look at the negative side, you're more likely to get the negative side. If you try and look at the positive side first, you're not inviting that negativity into your energy. If something so pleasant ends up happening, down the road, okay, that's one thing, but don't invite that into your energy. Stay positive first. But really, as we're working so hard, to not work ourselves into a frenzy, to not work ourselves to death is what it really feels like. To not stress over our work or our money, or all of the work we're doing is not generating what we want. To just really, really, really keep the mind clear. Let's really try to focus to keep the mind clear, to keep the mind positive, to keep the mind happy this November, to keep the mind grateful and thankful, because as we're working towards all of these different goals that we have, we may reach milestones and not acknowledge them because we're so busy trying to get to the next one. And that can cause anxiety, that can cause worry, that can cause fear, that can cause not really being able to live in the present moment, the here and now, and appreciating what you've been blessed with. So we are definitely encouraged to take some time out and pause, to take some deep breaths, to do some meditating, also to do some release, to let these worries and these fears about our business or whatever work situations, money situations, financial things we have going on, to allow those to float away from us. And I know that's easier said than done, but to really pack away those worries. Not that we don't want to deal with them, but when we allow those emotions like fear and anxiety to take over, they can control us and keep us from thinking clearly, from thinking positively, and from finding ways out of situations. The next card we have is the Six of Wands. So it looks like our hard work will be successful this November. We will have some reasons to celebrate, strong foundations to stand on. Victory will be ours. We will have conquered something. Something will have been accomplished. Some big action. I definitely feel like, these three go hand in hand. Let me show you a little better. These three definitely go hand in hand. So when we work hard, we may experience some anxiety, but in the end, it will pay off. We will be victorious. We will have achieved what we wanted. I also think this is a message to know your limitations, and that we all have limitations, and then that's okay, to do your personal best. Don't let anyone else tell you what your personal best is. If you know that you're giving your personal best every single day, you come in and try, then that's all you can do. That's all you can do, and that should be enough for you. But deep down if you're really giving your all, or if you're not so much, you're kind of slacking. So pay attention to that this month as well. But yay, victory will be ours. Some of the heart healing I think that we've been working on will also come to pass a little bit better, which will help us in the longevity of whatever it is that we're trying to create for the month of November. I'm also feeling like there will be some victory in regards to our relationship. So for some of you who may have had relationship issues or issues with the companionship, or maybe you've just gotten into a new relationship in the month of October, because remember, October was the Two of Cups, that we may have some victory, some good things, some heart healing things, some loving things happening in the month of November in regards to those relationships. So yay. And the very last card we have for our November intentions is the Hanged Man. So I think when this talks about our hard work in the Eight of Pentacles that we first had here, we're talking about sacrifice. And that sometimes when we work hard for something we want, that things are sacrificed, things come out of balance, and accepting that, knowing it's okay, and trying to refine that balance and redefine that balance. It very much feels like November will be focusing on surrendering, and surrendering to the all, and surrendering to ourselves a bit as well, in the fact that we have to take time to get to know ourselves and figure out, hey, why am I acting a certain way when somebody says or does XYZ? It feels like surrendering to the flow of the universe, and it also very much feels like be patient with the hard work and the efforts that you've been putting in to whatever this Eight of Pentacles is that's been causing you all of this anxiety, that it will be victorious. Just be patient with it. Just be patient with it. Stop struggling and fighting so much. Just let things happen naturally as they would. And then the final card we have here is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards, which I absolutely adore, by Kyle Gray and Hay House Publishing. I asked for which Keeper of the Light would like to help us and be around us, loving us and supporting us for the month of November 2016, and we received Mother Mary. Absolutely beautiful. Mother Mary, love and peace. So let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So if any of us, since this is the Mother Mary, I feel like if any of us are struggling in our relationships with our mothers, to call upon Mother Mary this month of November, to call upon Mother Mary as we extend thanks and gratitude, especially for those of us who are in the U.S. who celebrate Thanksgiving. November is a month of gratitude for me, and expressing gratitude. And with that comes love, and it comes peace, and it comes compassion. And asking Mother Mary to petitioning Mother Mary to bring more love and peace and harmony into our lives, and especially out into the world at this time, as we all know election season is coming up and all of that political stuff, which I hate talking about and don't want to get into. But ask for Mother Mary to extend love and peace unto the world, to extend love and peace into you, into your family, into your life, into your energy. When we get to the point where we're with this Nine of Swords and we're stressed out from all that Eight of Pentacles hard work we've been doing, pushing, money stress, money issues, working yourself to the bone, balancing between home and work, and and your children, and struggling with that, and your personal me time, all of that, call upon Mother Mary. Say, hey, Mother Mary, I really need you, girlfriend. I need you so much, highest beautiful mother, to bring love and peace into my life. And if you encounter arguments, or somebody, let's say something doesn't work out for somebody the way that they thought it would, let go of the need to be right. There's no need for the I told you so's, or you should have listened to me's, or anything of that nature, because that can disrupt this Two of Cups that we're just coming out of for the month of October and our relationship. So, sometimes, okay, you're right. Keep it to yourself. Leave it at that. But I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with your October reflections and November intentions video for 2016. Be sure to check out my Etsy shop if you want to get a reading with me. And sometime the week of, let's see, what is that? November 6th, and 7th, I will be putting out mediumship readings on my Etsy shop that you can get with me. So yay, so exciting. Hope you had a wonderful October and have a lovely, lovely November ones. Bye. Said that all crazy. Have a lovely November, you guys. Bye. Under the weather.